Hi, Leo, Healing Grasshopper, here to do your June 2025 reading. Um, we're going to start with tea leaves as usual. Um, it's interesting, Leo. We've got a clean house, it appears. So the first card here is Skull, Hidden Secrets Can Harm You. Rainbow, the most difficult part of the situation is over. Pale, time to get out of this situation. Tankard, celebration, fun, enjoyment. And then pineapple here we have reconciliation. So I love the way this kind of finishes well. Um, as soon as I took out the first card, I kind of understood what was happening here. You've got someone who is like pathological liar. They can't help themselves. And they've created a difficulty in your life with someone else, which is what this reconciliation is here. This is not with the skull, the reconciliation. This is reconciling with someone with whom you've had like a misunderstanding with that was pretty much created by the skull. So that's what this pale is, time to get out of a situation. This is pretty much saying that it's time to say goodbye to this skull person. You've learned your lesson here. This person brings nothing but trouble into your life. And you don't need that in your life. So that's the reading. See you next month. We're going to see what tarot says, but it's pretty clear here what the tea leaves are talking about. Um, I think most of you know who this person is. You're in the middle of this cuckoo-ness. Um, and my role here is to, give you confirmation and reassurance in your decision making, and also to help you understand that you have the power in this situation here. You have the power to make it better. It might be a little muddled and effed up right now, but you can fix it. You can fix your relationships and move forward, leaving the trash behind, of course. Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so Three of Pentacles here, you've got um kind of a collaboration here, which points over here. This is this is somewhat of a heads up on how you are viewed by other people. Um, which is with admiration and respect. The skull has this person has made some trouble in your life, but it hasn't really tarnished your reputation. It's just kind of, for a brief moment, kind of muddled your outlook on things and your view of a person. The skull may have told you some gossip, some untrue things about someone and you've been kind of looking at them with the side eye, come to find out that there's nothing wrong with this person at all. It's really this person starting trouble, you know, changing your view of them. So, but this person that you're reconciling with or will reconcile with was never really mad at you and knew that, it's the skull person who's making trouble. Um, Seven of Pentacles in this context is just like, like, geez, do I really need this? You know, and it's under the time to get out of a situation. I love the way tarot lines up when I put them out um, under tea leaves or Lenormands. They always line up so nicely. It's amazing. But the star, look at that. What did I say about it lining up so nicely? Right under celebration, fun, and enjoyment. Right. So this is reassurance from spirit right away that, this situation is looks worse than it actually is. Queen of Cups here. Ace of Cups reversed. Not reversed. Okay, so we've got love emerging here, which is what you are, Leo. You are the fun loving, gregarious type of person. You don't like to fight. You like to, have fun and enjoy people. And that's what this is. This is really showing who you are and what you're about, which is, positive emotion here. And Ace of Cups in the center of the reading says that this is the general atmosphere of things, which is unfortunate because you have the skull coming in, trying to wreck things. It's awful. Some people just can't help but start trouble wherever they go. It's gross. Ten of Cups, reverse? No. Yeah, see? And again, under tankard here. Celebration, fun, and enjoyment. What else we got, Spirit? Well, the sun, lovely. Reverse? No. Right? So we've got the sun under the most difficult part of the situation is over. Yeah, I don't think what I'm telling you about the skull is new to you. You have already discovered the skull. You know who the skull is. You know what they're about. I think most of you are in that place where you're like, now what am I going to do about this skull? You know, Spirit is clearly saying you need to bounce. You need to get rid of this person because obviously if you don't, the skull is just going to continue. You may be able to blow this over with this person that the skull started trouble with, but there's going to be something new on the horizon somewhere with the skull. Because it's hard for people like you to believe, Leo, because like I said, you're the fun-loving person who just loves everybody, loves to have fun and everything. You can't imagine people like the skull. There are people out there, and I've met a lot of them who are just not happy unless they see other people unhappy and fighting and stuff. Like they're the kind of person that rubs their hand together and giggles when they see a, a fight erupting, right? It's just, it's terrible. King of Wands. Self-assured. And, oh, right, we've got Five of Cups here too. Yeah, this is you for a brief moment here, assessing the damage that the skull has created with you and this relationship. Like, oh, great. Now I've got to blow things over and, talk to this person, fix it. Um, and it's not going to be as difficult as it looks. Like, oh my gosh, they think this and that's not true. But it's okay because this person knows, you know. They saw the skull coming before you did, by the way. So it's fine because and they're going to tell you that too. They're going to be like, I knew it was that skull. It's not you. And then relief is going to wash over you like, oh, thank God they believe me. You know? Wait, what did I just see here? Did I see another right card? Okay, I'm seeing things. Oh, no, I'm not. Wheel of Fortune. I don't know if this is ours, so is this ours? No. Okay. Well, I don't know if these are ours. Are any of these ours? No. It's a mistake. Sorry, guys. I'm going to be more careful. What else we got, Spirit? Well, something might should come out. There. That was definitely ours. The Fool. The Fool says a lot here in this position, in this context. This is moving forward. Oh my gosh. Okay. Spirit is saying a whole lot here. Hold on. This is moving forward. Oh, this is moving forward. Having dodged a bullet, right? I feel very much like relief, like, oh, good, it's not as bad as I thought it is. And moving forward without a care because you can go back to being Leo, you know, fun, gregarious Leo again and not have to deal with BS. But the Fool has also learned a lesson moving forward. They're carefree because of the lesson that they've learned. Like, oh, I dodged that bullet. I know what to do next time. I'm not going to let that happen again. Um, you know, I know there was more. There was like a flood. Sometimes I'll get like a flood of things and it's so much that I can't grasp it all. Um, but I mean, the general feeling is make sure that you've learned your lesson, Leo, because there there are more than one skull out there. Remember what the skull did and how they behaved so that you can recognize it next time in others. You don't have to recognize it in this person again, huh? Because you're going to be saying goodbye to the skull. Because if you're wondering what to do with the skull, I'm here to tell you the skull is not going to change. All the skull is going to do is be a little bit more careful in their lies next time. They know now that you have their number, and they're going to be a little bit more stealthy in their maneuvers and that kind of thing, but they're not going to stop. So, and don't let them bring this bullshit into your life again. And let's not forget what the skull card says. Hidden secrets can harm you. Okay? This person is not benign. This is someone who is going to continue to bring trouble into your life. Hidden secrets. They are very good. Well, they will get better and better and better as you keep them in your life. at hiding those secrets, and you're not going to be able to see them as well, right? And which is going to make them even more harmful. If that all that makes sense, I'm sure. Okay? So no more skull. Get rid of them. Well, we've got a jumper onto the floor. Okay. Yeah, we've got four of swords here. This is, in this context, it's like unrest. This is discord. The magician. Magician is saying you know what to do. Very, very simple message in this context. Don't second guess things. You know exactly what you need to do. Page of Cups. Don't forget who you are. You are Leo. You are the loving, kind hearted, good intentions person. Also, innocence, by the way, is another thing. A page we've got here of cups, right? Don't let this skull take advantage of that innocence again. Neither of them. Okay. Reverse. No. Hmm. So the Nine of Pentacles is, going back to your adorable little life, Leos, being the party person. Something tells me that we're supposed to take this card too. Let's see. Okay, this is for sure. Knight of Pentacles. Yep. Yeah, reverse? No. Okay. So your outcome of the clarification cards here is, and it's with the Fool too. Perfect. This is you rebuilding this relationship in this pineapple situation with, the person that the skull has, you know, muddled the relationship with. Um, it's not really a problem. All you have to do is tell them the truth and um, show them the tried and true Leo. And I already told you they're gonna believe it because they know the skull already and everything that I said before. Um, this shows just your firm foundation, loyal Leo. You know, the Five of Wands is just a little bit of innocuous argument that that's going to ensue. It's going to be very brief and mostly with the skull. In the beginning, right, there might be a little scuffle with the pineapple person, we'll call them. But both of you going to be like, wait a minute. No, 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 no. We're not fighting with each other. There's a mole in the mix here, right? And a very brief like discarding of the skull because the Five of Wands talks about a conflict, but it's upright. And this card, if you look closely at the card, is really about, it's more of a sparring card than an actual fighting card. It's like, yeah, it's a fight, but no one's getting hurt here. There's no injuries. Everything turns out fine in the end. But What's important about this card is that you learn something in the end, because that's what sparring is for, right? Sparring is training and learning from the training. So again, and we talked about this with the fool too. There's something that there are lessons that he's gained, right? So that's what all of this is. Remember who you are, remember your lessons, take them with you moving forward, that kind of thing. Advice cards? No. That's the reading. Okay, guys. Um, looking forward to hearing from you in the comments. Leo, tell me how this is going. Tell me if you've gotten rid of the skull or not. Let me know about the pineapple person. I want to hear it all, and I do answer every single comment because I love engaging with you there. Okay? Don't forget to like and subscribe. It's a very quick and small gesture that means the world to me. I'm trying to get to 1,000 scrubs. So I thank you in advance. And I will speak to you soon, Leo. Love, light, and many blessings.